Well, hello, hello, hello. Good morning, afternoon, whatever time it is, in wherever you live right now. Welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. We are here in Denver in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. We are using the CRJ, but this is not the recently released CRJ because it's not currently available in the marketplace. And as I expect, these clouds are really cool back here. As I expected, it's kind of like looks like it's smoke or fire. Maybe it is. Nope. From light like that angle there, it kind of looks like there's something burning in the background. But the CRJ is currently available. The V2 is available if you have bought it through the Aerosoft and some of the other marketplaces, such as Orbex. Had it not been $50 US, I would be more than happy to purchase it, because I think I purchased the 700 for like 20 bucks or something when it first came out in the marketplace. So I was willing to spend that, but I'm not spending 50 bucks on a plane that I'm probably not going to enjoy as much as I hope. You know, I've watched some videos and whatnot, and while it seems good, that definitely has some opportunities still to be present. But, you know, we'll see eventually when I have access to it and I can actually use it in the sim itself. Welcome in, Will. Welcome on in. So we're going to do a hop today. We're flying for SkyWest using A Pilot's Life Chapter 2. And I saw that Jay Russ, he's been flying Delta, and he's going to be in the top 20 of captains with Delta, which is kind of cool. Really, really cool. I jump around too much. Unlike real world, where I stick to the same company forever, I've worked for two companies. I primarily worked for two companies in my 25 years of working, and I was with the first one for 10 years, and I'm currently with the current one for 10 years. And so, you know, but anyways, so here we're in Denver. We're going to do a hop up to Rapid City. So this is a real world flight that SkyWest does. I don't know if it's an American, actually, livery that they use, but I figured, what the hell? I've been doing Delta for a while. I'll switch over to American. We are using Beyondatc as we always do. We're going to try a cold and dark here in the CRJ and hope things go extremely well. Thankfully, I might have, knock on wood, figured out that whole issue I was talking about yesterday, where the aircraft doesn't like to always work with 2024. So again, hopefully I have that sorted away. All right, so I'm gonna look at my cheat sheet here to how to get this aircraft going. First thing we want to do, though, is we're gonna get up this briefing panel, and we are in Sim Update 2 as well still, and it's been pretty stable. I have no complaints. All right, so that's in place. That's connected. That's connected. And we're gonna go to performance now, and we're gonna put in some jazz here. So we got a customer count of 50, so no one really wants to go to Rapid City apparently. And cargo is 25, so if we go here and delete this out, 25 would be what, 1250? Whoops. And then the same thing here. And the fuel today is going to be 7574. Enter. All right, we have that set, and we'll copy this over momentarily, but first we want to get the aircraft going here. So we want to turn on AC power, or sorry, turn on the master power, turn on the DC power. The AC will automatically connect, which is a fantastic thing. We have the EFB connected, we have the AC connected, and APU is next. So we're going to give it a couple seconds, do all its blinking, and eventually you'll start seeing some things come to life here in the cockpit. We can now get rid of the briefing panel, I believe. I don't think we need it anymore. And next, we're going to go up here, and I don't know if you actually have to do this, but I click this button, and I click this button. But we need to get fuel pumps on first. And so the APU now is starting, I believe, right? Yep, you can see we have some APU rotation here, RPMs here, so that you can see it's going to go up to 100. Once it gets to 100, then we'll start seeing instruments here in the cockpit. So we'll just patiently wait for that to pop up, because then we get to program our FMC. This is a fun plane. Like I do miss flying the CRJ I did tone down my sensitivity though. I did tone down my sensitivity. All right, nav. So we want to get those going as well. I do have it set for instant. Okay, so we can see today's dates in there. Beautiful, grand. Position, we're going to go next, grab our GPS, drop it here, go to flight plan, and I have this already dropped in the work folder. So KDN, going to KRAP. I don't think I've ever landed at this airport before. Route, execute. Now I'm going to go back over here and send this over to the FMS. So 7.3 for the trim, so remember that. Let's send this over as well. So let's go back on down here. The route's been added. Beautiful, grand. And we can see now the information we added in is in there. Beautiful. And go here, and we can see we have a vector. Do we have departures in here yet? So runway 17 left is what SimBrief gave us. We'll see what Beyond ATC gives us. I'm going to push the B button. You do have to do it twice in this aircraft for some goofy reason. And then 7.3 on the trim. There's like a slight delay. Alright, we have that all set. Saw the stream yesterday with this thing from Aerosoft, and it's not my plane to sim in. You are a daredevil. You know, I like the CRJ. I like it. It's I do regional hops, and you know, I like to try to keep things as realistic as I can with what we have in flight sim, and then also with whatever I want to fly. All right, going over to clearance. Let's talk to Denver.
SkyWest 5862, ready for airways to Rapid City Airport.
Let's clear up those airs.
SkyWest 5862, Denver clearance, cleared to Rapid City. Hop 2 departure, Sabre transition, then is filed. Climb via SID, departure frequency 127.05.
Alright, climb via SID, that's awesome news.
Squawk 2636.
So I'm going to go ahead and put in 18. Well, actually, we can put in probably the full...
Cleared to Rapid City.
What are we climbing up to?
2 departure.
33.
Sabre transition, then as filed. Climb via SID.
The thing with this aircraft is you don't have
Squawk 2636.
auto throttle. You don't have auto throttle. And I think that throws off a lot of people.
SkyWest 5862,
because you really have to
correct.
focus on this
Contact
plane a
ground
lot more than
121.85
other
when
aircrafts.
ready for pushback or engine start.
Ground 121.85 when ready.
Alright.
SkyWest 5862.
So we got that all working flawlessly so far.
SkyWest 5626, hold position for company traffic.
I was like, that's not us. Alright, we're going to wait for air conditioning. We're going to throw on some hydraulics, though. And I like to just get the lights on. I know there's not a 100% procedure how you're supposed to do that properly. But, you know, it is what it is. And I do the on there, and then we go arm here. And we'll throw those on eventually here once we get our pushback.
Continue taxi.
So again, we are in Sim Update 2, which means my pushback tool dude here is kind of broken. We'll make it work though. Alright, so we're going to push back. We'll see which direction we're going to go.
Request pushback and engine start. Friendly 880, Denver ground, pushback approved. Face north.
So 17 left's what I had yesterday as well, so it'll be interesting.
Pushback approved.
I'd rather go for the
north.
319 for regional for now until we have a good working Embraer. Yeah, I'm with you. I really want a good
SkyWest 5862 at gate Bravo 31.
I really want. I'm hoping they're working hard on that one so that they surprise us this summer.
SkyWest 5862, Denver ground, pushback approved. Face east.
Based east.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face east, SkyWest 5862.
Alright, so we want to push back, and we're going to be facing
Request pushback and engine start.
this direction. If my math is right.
Southwest 928.
Alright, so let's get rid of that for a second. Let's go over here, and let's go to aircraft,
Pushback
and we're going
engine start
to
approved.
disconnect,
Face east,
disconnect,
Southwest 928.
and then remove those. Beautiful, grand. Let's go on back here, get our pushback, do it again, request it, release, holds, remove. Beautiful, grand. Alright, and now let's go engine number 1. Now, once you hit engine, or sorry, number 2, once you hit that, you're going to see rotation here. Once you get up to 20, then we'll go ahead and introduce some fuel.
Southwest 3299, Denver ground, pushback approved.
It looks like 17 left is what we're going to be getting anyway, so that looks good.
Pushback approved.
All right, so there's 20. Introduce fuel. And then once you do that, you're going to see the full rotation, and then you're going to see these N1s up here rotate. I also need to figure out where I bought the Boris pack for this aircraft. I thought I bought it through Orbex, but I apparently didn't. I was looking to see, looking at the prices at different marketplaces, and I don't know where I bought the Boris sound pack for this plane.
Friendly
All right,
880.
sounded good
Request
there,
taxi.
looking good. Engine number 1 coming on board next.
Friendly 880, runway 17 left taxi via Kilo, Charlie November.
Now,
Echo
engine
Delta.
1 gave me problems yesterday a little bit, so I need to get a better view here.
Runway 17 left taxi via Kilo, Charlie November, Echo Delta, friendly 880.
All right, number 20. Bring up the fuel. Beautiful grand. All right, let's go ahead and we'll get our taxi clearance next.
928. Request taxi to the
Flaps are
active.
going to be a 8 departure.
Southwest 928, runway 17 left taxi via Charlie Sierra.
Southwest
Kilo,
out there
Charlie
and
November,
landing in
Echo
the
Delta.
distance. I dropped down my FPS
Runway
to
17
30
left taxi via Charlie
for
Sierra, Kilo, Charlie
beyond
November,
ATC. I don't think
Echo
it
Delta,
has made any difference,
Southwest
honestly. I'll
928.
probably just push it back right now to 60. All right, that's back to 60 now. All right, so I heard the click. Good. Engine number 2 is on board. We can go to AC to on, and then we can go to. I don't know if you actually have to do these, but I do them anyways because I think it yells if you
Southwest
at you if
3299.
you don't.
Request taxi to the active.
We can stop this guy. We can turn on our
Southwest
taxi
3299,
lights.
runway 17 left taxi via
And then you
Charlie
can see we have
November, Echo Delta.
2 more errors or 3 more errors going on. So we hit these 2 buttons,
Runway
this
17
button,
left taxi
and these
via
2
Charlie
buttons.
November,
And now
Echo
all those
Delta,
errors are cleared.
Southwest
APU is
3299.
dropping back. Good. Put some brakes on here. Request our taxi.
Skywest 5620.
Skywest 5860.
Over to Tower 132.35.
that bug's still back.
Skywest 5862, runway 17 left taxi via Bravo November, Mike Echo.
Runway 17 left
Jeez.
taxi via Bravo November. Mike Echo Delta. Skywest 5860.
Southwest 4222, gate Charlie.
Boy, that bug is
Gate
back
Charlie
with a
27
vengeance.
by Mike 5. Mike, Alpha November.
So there
Hotel,
was a Beyond
Charlie
ATC
November,
update that came out
Juliet,
last
Southwest
night, I think it was.
4222.
That's supposed to have fixed some vector issues. And as we know from our previous stream, we had some issues. So hopefully, that's rectified. That's about the only issue I ever really have with Beyond
Gate
ATC.
Charlie 26, request pushback. Southwest 586, Denver ground pushback and engine start approved. Face
All right,
east.
watch our taxiing speed here. The CRJ could like really throw you off a little bit with taxiing.
Southwest 586.
Since the fan's off. Oh, whoops. I missed a button.
Commutair 4230, gate Bravo 88 taxi via Mike 5, Mike Alpha November.
United coming in for
Bravo
landing.
Sierra.
Okay, so we're taxiing via Bravo
88 by Mike
November,
5, Mike Alpha November.
Mike
Kilo, Bravo
Echo
Sierra,
Delta.
Commutair 4230.
What? Bravo November. Oh, we're on that. Okay, that's all right. I know where I'm going. Yeah, but Will, I really enjoy that 319. I was a late bloomer, a very late bloomer jumping over to Phoenix. I was asked to do some promo stuff, not for Phoenix, but for another company.
Friendly 880,
And they wanted the
contact Denver
Phoenix
Tower
because I had some liveries for it.
132.35.
And I was like,
Over to
well,
Tower 132.35.
I haven't flown the Phoenix in forever
friendly
because,
880.
one, the performance was rough, and I've been more of a Boeing pilot. But I was like, okay, whatever. I'll give it a shot. Let's see. Mike is the second one over here. So I jumped into the Phoenix, and after learning it for a little bit, I was blown away.
United 1476, ramp Bravo 71,
Blown
taxi
away.
via Mike 5, Mike Alpha November, Lima, Bravo November.
All right, Kilo, Lima, and
Ramp
Mike.
Bravo 71
So
via Mike 5,
Kilo,
Mike,
here's
Alpha November,
Lima,
Lima, Bravo November, United 1476.
and here is Mike. We're gonna take this down to Echo Delta, and we got a plane coming on in. Can't tell right now what kind of plane that is. Who is it? Probably Southwest?
Southwest
Nope, United.
3299, contact Denver Tower 132.35.
United.
Over to Tower 132.35, Southwest 3299.
Oh, is that a 319? Looks like it. Just a little guy. The baby bus. I really want a 220. Like, I really, really want a 220. It'd be so cool.
Southwest 586, ready to taxi to the active.
What is Phoenix's best plane out of... Well, I think that's really up to you, honestly.
Southwest
Because they're
928,
all
contact Denver Tower
high quality.
132.35.
I personally fly the 19 because this 19 is a smaller plane,
Have a good morning.
so it's more ideal for like regional short hops versus the 320, 321. They're longer planes, hold more passengers.
Runway 17 left taxi via Charlie
But
Sierra,
ultimately,
Kilo,
like, they're all the
Charlie November,
same.
Echo Delta, Southwest
The difference is
586.
that as you know, you go from 19 to 21, they get a little bit longer, so you have more passengers. And then I think the distances increase, right? The max distance. I may be incorrect on that, but I'm pretty sure. So this is interesting. We got a plane. Is that holding short?
United 1351,
What is that?
Alpha 26 taxi via Mike 5.
Is that a
Mike
Southwest
Alpha
livery?
Sierra.
That's kind of cool.
Gate Alpha 26 via Mike 5, Mike Alpha Sierra, United 1351.
Welcome in, Jaceco. Welcome on in.
Southwest 1076, gate Charlie 46. Request pushback and engine start.
It's a busy Denver here. Holy cow.
Southwest 1076.
So I
Denver
did
Grill,
a
pushback
flight not
approved,
too long
base
ago
east.
in FS HUD. Because I said I was going to go back and I wanted to try it. I haven't tried
Southwest
traffic with it
1076.
in that test. I wanted to just see ATC itself, and it went extremely well. My biggest thing with FS HUD, and I love it. I think the vectors are amazing. I think the UI is really, really cool. My biggest issue with FS HUD, honestly, is that it doesn't have its own traffic injection. So you have to use the flight sim one or a outside one, okay? And I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that. I understand why. But there's that. And then my second is this, I love the voices much more with Beyond ATC. Even the basic voices of Beyond ATC, in my opinion, are better than FS HUD's. Now, where FS HUD shines the most, though, is its consistency with its vectors. I think there's no competition
United
almost
2063,
in
gate
terms of
Alpha 27
consistent
taxi via Mike 5, Mike
vectors.
Alpha November.
FS HUD definitely has that. No matter whether it's a star, or direct, whatever, it seems like FS HUD just seems to nail it every time. But whereas Beyond ATC is second place with that one. They're so close. You know, they'll have a really, really good 20, 30 flights, and then you'll have that one that's like, Right now it's kind of been a mixed bag when they've been adjusting their approach stuff, and that's on the early access or experimental server, which I'm on.
Pushback and engine start approved.
So there's
Base
that.
east, FedEx
So not docking Beyond
3804
ATC
heavy.
of any means because of that. If I wanted to have consistency, I would just go back to the base version, or the whatever, the non-development version.
Contact Tower 132.35,
All right, over the
Skywest
tower.
5862. Take
Was that an
care.
AI? Yep, that was AI. That was all AI, Derby. Yes, Beyond ATC traffic from FSLTL. That's what I'm using as well. Denver Tower, hello from Skywest 5862. We're holding short, runway 17 left, ready for departure. Yep, it has its own traffic injection. Yep. Alright, lights coming on board.
Skywest 5862, Denver Tower, wind 230 at Niner, fly heading tree 60, runway 17 left, cleared for takeoff.
Alright. 17 left, clear for takeoff.
Fly heading 360.
We're going to throw
runway
this guy
17
up
left,
here,
Cleared for takeoff.
execute,
Skywest 5862.
and we know we're going runway heading. Alright, so this plane, it's a handful. So on departure, we're going to swing out to the right, intercept pretty much Bryce, and good to go. But we're going to go heading mode on departure. It seems like update 2, the beta added in some weird bug with textures on the runway. All right, we're gonna bring up that throttle up to Toga. There's Toga, let the engine stabilize, and Toga set as well. Let's go flying. This is the Boris sound pack as well. I'm not sure how well you can hear it because I have the volume kind of low. And V's at 1. I lost it. 180 or something. A little bit of a wind. Alright, pull back the nose gently because this plane will go really aggressive on you. Alright, looking pretty good. Positive rate. And gears going on board. And apparently most pilots say to go into autopilot right away. So I'm going to go heading mode. And we're going to wait for our speed to increase just a little bit more. So I'm hand flying it still.
SkyWest 5862, contact Denver departure.
Alright,
Take care.
speed is set as well. I'm going to
Contact
increase our
Denver
speed up to
departure, Skywest
210.
5862, take care. Denver departure, Skywest 5862.
Alright,
climbing
flaps coming
via
up one
Hop
notch.
2, 6,800 feet.
A little bit of steep angle there.
SkyWest 5862, Denver departure, radar contact, cleared direct
And full
Bryce
flaps
EC,
up.
resume the Hop 2.
Alright, we're direct.
Cleared direct brake.
Bringing that
Resume
nose
the
on
Hop
up.
2, Skywest 5862.
And AP is on. And we're direct to Bryce now, so we can go to nav mode. FMS has been captured. Okay. I say that's a grand departure. One thing I did forget to do is on departure, you're supposed to turn on your arm your reversers in case you have to stop. But I failed to do that. Alright, we're almost 10,000, so landing lights, taxi lights are coming on off. Cool. All grand. And now we should... Looks like we are, but we should be capturing this GPS navigation here. Looks like we're doing pretty good. Those sorry, I can't talk. Those glass panels are small in CRJ. Do they? I think they do pop out. I think they do. I don't want to try because I'm in the beta, so I don't trust a lot of things with the beta. But they are tiny, yeah. I'm thankful I have an ultra-wide monitor. It's also a little blurry. That's because of DLSS. And then also, it's a 34-inch monitor I have, so the view I can set up for the cockpit here helps a lot. When I had the smaller screen, it definitely was even tinier. Because like I was zoomed out farther back so I can get all the instruments. Because I like to have the autopilot stuff here. I like to have access to that. Cool. Okay, all looking grand. So one thing to keep in mind with this plane is they do suggest you always set the heading, even if you're on navigation. Okay, so we're going to bring up the map here, and the map's over here. So there's our airport there. It's about a 270 nautical mile flight, so we should be on the ground here within about an hour. Yes, the Collins glass panels. I'm pretty sure you're right on that one. I think it's the same thing that the... Oh shoot, what's that plane? What's the other one that Hans makes? The Aeros... I just had it. What is it? Oh shoot. What's the prop one? ATR. There we go. Jeez. The ATR. Alright, looking grand. Looks like on the outside here, Denver's looking Denver-y. So this was like the first third-party airliner that came to Flight Sim 2020. And I flew the heck out of this plane when it came out to 2020, man. I flew the heck out. It was the most complex plane there was at the time. And it pushed me to levels that I didn't think I ever wanted to achieve. All right, go to standard pressure. How's it going, dude? Welcome on in. Manning, how was the flight with PMTG? Still need to spawn on the runway? Yes, you do still need to spawn on the runway. You do need to spawn on the runway still. Now, Manning, there was an issue that I have been experiencing, and it seems to be because of the, if you have Navigraph, the Navigraph data. So, I could not get the PMDG or the CRJ to work in 2024 with the last Navigraph data update. So I had to remove that data from the sim. Thankfully, Microsoft updated there, so that's fine. So I had to remove that out of it. And then I had to delete the work folders for both planes. And everything seems to be fine with the CRJ. Like, it will start up without having to remove the work folder every time. The PMDG, I think, though, I have to delete the work folder every time. I will test it, maybe after the stream, we'll do a quick test. 330, we got clearance, cool. Because when I tried it the other day, was it Sunday, I tried to do a back-to-back flight. So I went to main menu, found a new route, spawned at the airport on the runway, and then was going to slew over. But I couldn't get the cockpit to light up. You know, everything was stuck. No screens were on. The yoke was stuck in the direction. You know. But I exit the sim, delete the work folder, relaunched it, and all worked fine. So I still have to do some testing to see if that's the case. But it's been driving me bonkers trying to figure out why all of a sudden the 737 stopped working. I was thinking it was a Windows update I had. But then when I looked back and compared dates of when that update happened and to the last flight I did with the 737 in 2024, it didn't line up. There was like 4 days off. So I was like, well, it can't be the Windows update. And the only other thing that happened was Navigraph, and then I had a driver's update. And I was like, well, it can't be a driver's update. That makes zero sense. But, you know, in the world of technology, whatever, right? So, definitely figure it out. It was definitely the Navigraph data. It took me a couple tries, though, to figure this out, because I did uninstall 2024, wiped it clean, removed all folders, all that jazz. Uninstalled all the nav data from Navigraph, and then dropped in just the 737. That's the only thing I had in the community folder. Deleted the work folder, and it still wouldn't load. So that's why when I tried it again, a few days later, I was shocked and confused of why it worked. Do you know if the ATR is flyable in 20? Yeah, it should be, right? The 2024, or the ATR should be available in 2024, or flyable. I thought they said they converted it, because that's a Sobo plane. Han's plane, but it's a Sobo aircraft, so it should work. I haven't tried it in 2024. I know I was watching 757 Spy flight, I think, when 2024 first came out, and I think he had issues with it. I remember when that plane came out, I flew the heck out of that plane, too. It's a fun plane. It's just a really slow plane compared to, you know, an airliner. You know, a jet airliner. But it's a fun plane. I need to go back in it, do some really short regional hops. It'd be fun. What's an airline that does, it's a U.S. airline that flies it down south by Florida. Not Breeze. It's a pink, they have like a pink livery. Can't remember their name right now, but I think no, I didn't. I was going to say, I thought I used them in a pilot site before. The Beechcraft 1A also has column panels. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, okay, yeah, I think I remember seeing that. But I'm pretty sure it does work in 2024. It'll be interesting to see how fast it takes a Sobo to bring this plane to the marketplace. Because they do their marketplace updates on what, Tuesdays or Thursdays or something like that? Tuesdays and Thursdays. But this is a plane that needed an update for a very long time. And I know some people are a little disappointed with the update, but you gotta look at it this way: they're giving it away for free, right? They're not doing a mandatory payment update like some other aircrafts are doing. You know, Phoenix was cool. They made a experimental version for their plane to work in 2024. But then you have init builds with the A306. You know, they're requiring a premium update payment for that, and sounds like PMDG is gonna require it. Still chemtrails in beta 2? Yeah. Beautiful pollution. Azul, a British airline, had to use pink liveries on the ATR aircraft to promote rescue. Oh, that's awesome! Silver Airways, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yep, that's the ATR one, Manny. Thank you. I didn't, yeah, Azul, I forgot about that. They used the pink livery. It is interesting, like, to think about the different, you know, so they got the breast cancer awareness, you know, so they got the pink ribbon, right? And I remember, like, watching Seinfeld, and they had an episode about that, and, you know, you don't want to wear the ribbon? It's fantastic. But for someone like myself, not breast cancer, but had gone through cancer myself, I'm more aware of cancer now. You know, I'll hear it in movies, in TV shows, read about it in news articles, whatever it be, and it stands out a lot more than it used to. You know, I'm assuming people are the same way when, let's say, they get paralyzed. You know, all of a sudden now, if they have a wheelchair for the rest of their life, they're more aware of wheelchairs in their day-to-day activities. Like the company I work for FedEx, and before working at FedEx, I didn't pay attention to all the FedEx vehicles on the road. And now I seem like I see them all the time. And there's that joke that goes around that in every movie, there's always a FedEx vehicle. There's always one, like every single movie. Because they have like a trillion different vehicles on the road. Let's zoom in the map a little bit here.
Denver Center, Southwest 3299.
Alright, so we're looking pretty good. So 330. So we do have to keep an eye on that speed. We're going to go ahead and bring up our speed right now, because we are a little slow. Let's bring up to 270.
Southwest 3299, Denver Center, good morning.
Now the V2 update added in Navigraph charts here, which is going to be really, really cool. I'm excited to try that. But for now, I don't have that, so we're expecting runway 32, and we have LIFR conditions. Runway 32 is an ILS, thank God. I did a VFR approach, RNAV approach into, where did I go yesterday? It was some regional. It was dusk. I don't remember where it was anymore. Yeah, I don't remember. Anyways, some small little airport I'd never been into, but it was an RNAV with this plane, and I came in a little a little high on the approach, but it all worked out at the end. Okay, so with this plane, my Stream Deck panel doesn't quite work with it, so at least the radios. So you do have to enter in the radios here. So 109.3. Whoops. Missed a 9. Oh, it's the O. 109.3. I keep hitting the point for some reason. 109.3. Jeez. Alright, got that set in there. Okay. And then our minimums, this is where it's going to be a pain in the butt. Now, you're also supposed to set your airport altitude, and it's up here. Where is it at?
Flex at tree 90, Denver Center, radar contact.
Is it this one? Cabin pressure, landing elevate. Oh, here, landing, yeah. You put that in there. I'm not dealing with that, because then you have to look down here. That's just too much work, so whatever with that. So we're going to switch this over to MD, pop it in, and then we're going to see it pop up here. And we're going to put in 336, 3360. So bring this all the way up to 33. Mach 0.74. Yeah, once we get up to cruise, I'll increase the speed more, but for the climb, trying to get us going a little bit faster. I'm a previous CRJ owner, Aerosoft. Is the update available today, or are they still working on the bugs? It is available if you bought it through the Aerosoft store. It's available now. If you, it's also on OrbX, I believe, OrbX. It's not in the marketplace, and it's not on some of the other marketplace locations. Like Contrails, I don't think had it as of like an hour ago when I checked. 3360, 3360, beautiful. It's a fun plane though. Again, it's a lot more hands-on for an airliner. You know, it's a lot more hands-on. Alright, so once we get up to 3.3, we'll go ahead and increase our Mach up to, like you're saying, Will, 0.74 is about what I'd like to try to do. So about that 280. And I'll turn on the yoke cam if it works for this, for the arrival. I keep forgetting to turn it on, sorry. With that jump in speed, we cut off like 20 minutes. So we're supposed to be on the ground now in about a half hour. Well, so far, I think Beyondatc's done better than yesterday. Because we've been airborne for what, 20-ish minutes? Well, about 17 minutes is what APL is telling me. I haven't got any vector changes or anything, so knock on wood, maybe that actually is fixed. I think the Aerosoft 1 is the app, is what the app I have is called or something. Yeah, I think you're right, Aerosoft 1. I bought it through the marketplace, unfortunately, so I have to wait. I'm hoping that Asobo and Microsoft push it out. I'm not sure how much effort it takes from them, so I'm hoping they push it out fairly quick. But again, like I know it's one of those things, like I know we want to see major updates to this plane, and there has been some bugs, and it's a shame for Aerosoft to have not touched it for what, 3 years. But they finally got to it, and they finally did some things to it. But based on what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, it's not as big as an update that we wanted. How is 2024? Pros and cons. Welcome in, Pop Rock. Pros?
1615. Contact Denver
Okay,
Center
let's start with the cons. I'll start with the cons.
Contact Denver Center 126.
The con, obviously, the biggest one is that not all planes and not all sceneries play friendly with 2024. Not all of them. Most seem to be working, at least the sceneries. Most sceneries seem to work no issues. There are a handful of planes that still will not work. The E-Jet, for example, the PMDG is playable or flyable. The CRJ, as we are in right now, is flyable. This one actually is pretty much ready to go. Honestly, there's some issues here and there, but for the most part, it's pretty much ready to go. Alright, so now we do have to keep an eye on our speed. So, we see we're reaching our cruising altitude. You see the speed's going up now. Mach 7.4 is what I have in there. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and bring back our throttle. And see, now we're in climb detent. We're going to bring it down a little more, and we're going to go to manual. And we're going to bring back the throttles. And we're waiting to kind of see, there's this, oh, you see this pink line there? That pink line's telling us what we're doing. So whether we're descending, so right now we're not descending, decelerating, or increasing. So the pink line underneath the white arrow here shows us we're slowly dropping speed. And you can see that pink line's now kind of balancing out. We want to have it where that white line is, and it looks like it's pretty darn even there. We're still decelerating just a little bit, but we're at 0.74.
Denver Center 127.905.
So I'll take it. We'll hold that where it is. Again, you have to watch that though, because the wind may push your plane. Right now we have a tailwind, crosswind kinda.
Denver Center, Skywest
Okay, so let's go back to 2024.
Good day, climbing via Hoth 2.
Pros and cons. So,
flight
talked about the
level
planes,
330.
talked about the sceneries, right? There's also some other add-ons. For example, the Parallel 42 stuff. Their flow and other stuff like that doesn't work in 2024. So compatibility is an issue. Sim Update 1 helped a lot with that stuff. For example, the PMDG, the CRJ. The E-Jet loads in the sim, but the computer system does not work. At least the last time I checked. I don't know if I checked it with Sim Update 2. I don't think I have, honestly. The pros, though. The pros list, I think, is extremely long, depending on the tactic you want to take on it. So one is that the installation size is substantially smaller than 2024. Or sorry, 2020, right? So there's that. So, which means that if there is something corrupted with the sim itself, and you need to do a complete uninstall of the sim. Oh. So now we're getting our vector. 055.
Turn right, heading 055, Skywest 5862.
It's an interesting vector. Okay, 055, so let's go 055. I'm going to follow what they say. And go to heading mode. Hope for the best. The other pro is that the optimization I feel this sim has is so much better. Things run a lot smoother for me in this sim. FPS is, I'd say the FPS is pretty similar to 2020. The difference is the consistent frames. So you're not having that spikes up and down. There's not that if you had the issues in 2024 when you come in for landing or departure and you have that stutter, that seems to be virtually gone. It's very rare I have it in 2024. Very rare. Another thing, because I'm seeing it right now, is like the atmosphere. This is so cool. You can see the difference a lot more noticeably here. I also feel the clouds are a little bit better in 2024. The controls itself. So with the controls,
turn right heading 120.
120. Okay.
Turn right, heading 120, Skywest 5862.
You can set each plane individual controls. So like this plane, I have the sensitivity knocked back quite a bit. If you want to increase sensitivity with a certain plane, you don't have to worry about that. So when you load up the CRJ, that profile is automatically set instead of having to go and select that profile. So that's a really, really cool thing as well. I like the idea of the cloud-based stuff. I understand why some people wouldn't, but I like the idea of the cloud-based stuff because they can push out the updates, and the updates are much smaller. So I like that idea as well. Working Title has added a new list of repairs as well for Sim Update 2. This is a weird vector. I'm not quite sure why we're going this direction. Because we're kind of going backwards now. We might just have to be on our own for this arrival. I'm going to give it a couple seconds because it might be trying to find a waypoint. Oh, in the beta 2? Okay, cool. Yeah, Sim Update Beta 2 has been really good. The first release of Sim Update 2...
Skywest 5862, turn left, heading 055.
Alright, so it's getting us back on course now. So maybe just want us...
Turn left.
Maybe we're trying to
heading
line us... It's trying to
055,
line us up for the
Skywest
runway.
5862.
That's my guess.
Skywest 5862, Denver Center, expect radar vectors, ILS runway tree 2.
Cool. Expect ILS vectors runway 32, Skywest 5862. Okay, so I think maybe it's figuring out its life. I think it is. But yes, the first official launch of Sim Update 2 wasn't great. Wasn't great. People are having issues. I jumped into it, tried it, and wasn't impressed. But it's a beta, so you know there was going to be bugs. You see how our speeds drop back a bit? See how our speeds drop back that little bit? So I'm going to go ahead and increase the throttle a little bit. So again, it's a lot more hands-on of an airliner. But the second update for Sim Update 2 has been much improved. There are still some technical issues here and there. I don't know if they changed something with the UI, so I don't know if the pushback guy has to fix that stuff or not. I think GSX is having an issue, so I'm not going to install GSX. I know people love GSX. I've just had so many issues with it. I'm going to watch... 757 Spy said he's going to reinstall GSX, so he's thinking about doing it. So I'll watch his stream, and if things go fine for him, I'll give it a shot again. I know Kip uses it over on his channel, and he's had some pretty good luck, but it seems like with Sim Update 2 at least, it's leaving like a tug not available message here at the top. Yeah, so I think that vector was to turn us...
5862, Rapid City landing runway tree 2.
I know that. That had descent, is that what that means?
Rapid City landing runway 32, SkyWest 5862.
Alright, we're like 100 and whatever.
SkyWest 5862, turn left, heading 040, vectors for the approach.
040.
Turn left, heading 040, SkyWest 5862.
So top of descent is right there. So I think we have a little bit of time yet. I'm not gonna drop yet. GSX just got updated 3 times. I should try it. I haven't tried it in 2024 at all. The last time I tried it, yeah, so very busy. The last time I tried it, so I don't remember if I think it was on a stream and someone's like, yeah, you need to try it, there was an update, and this was like over a year ago now. And so I jumped in there, I installed it, I did a flight, I was coming into land in New Orleans, and it crashed. Sim crashed. And I rarely ever get crashes. Rarely. Hey, thanks for the subscription. I rarely ever get crashes, but it happened. And I was like, okay, well, let me try it again. So I did another flight, and the same thing happened. Crashed on final. Different airport, same aircraft. So then I uninstalled GSX. I was done at that point. All right, 75.
Descend, maintain 7,500 feet.
BS, let's go ahead and descend.
SkyWest 5862.
Bring back the throttle. Again, there's no auto throttle, so you do have to manage that yourself.
SkyWest 5862, turn left, heading tree 55, intercept the tree 2 localizer.
355. That's a pretty early
turn left, heading 355.
Intercept there.
The 32 localizer.
But I guess I'll take it versus never getting it, right? Who subscribed? Let me see. I'm sorry. I had... Oops. Crap. Why isn't it telling me who subscribed? My Streamlabs is broken. Having some technical issues with that. Alright, I'm sorry, whoever subscribed, thanks for subscription. It's not telling me though. It is not telling me. Dido. Oh hey, thanks for the subscription. Thank you. I don't know why my Streamlabs is broken. me see if I can problem solve it here live on stream, because that's what everyone likes to do. Oops. And this guy, and continue, continue. That's so weird. Okay, well I see it on the Streamlabs site.
Ah, another subscriber.
Is it broken? Oh, you saw it on there? Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing the alerts. I'm supposed to get event alerts. I'm not seeing that. They recalled the passengers for the Phoenix for the time being, and all the jetways for 2024. They're busy with a bunch like young TC working hard.
Descend and maintain flight level 200 for base India Delta.
Yeah, so it is available in the Aerosoft. Not available currently in the marketplace, unfortunately. Unfortunately. All right, how are we looking here? We are... speed's a little fast. I'm going to bring that throttle back. Again, there's a lot more hands-on of an aircraft. Let me see what the next flight is on the schedule. So... next flight is Nashville to Chicago. Well, we'll test live on stream if the 737 works. If the 737 works with the old trick spotting on the runway, then we'll do that flight. If it doesn't, then it's going to be a one and done flight today. Unless Aerosoft's in the stream, they're like, hey, you know what? We'd love to give you access to the CRJ V2. Alright. And we're going to go ahead and continue our BS drop a little bit more, because I feel like we're coming in a little high. We're dropping down to 7,000, so that's pretty good. Go ahead and reduce the speed a little bit more. Getting ready to pull it up. All right. It's a fun plane. It has issues. You know, the CRJ has issues, and it's a much more complex plane, but in terms of comparing it to like to the Airbus. But you can say the same with the Boeing too. You know, Boeing is obviously has auto throttle, but the Boeing is a lot more, you know, control heavy. Alright, on landing, runway 32 here in Rapid City. We're going to exit to the left. Exit to the left in Rapid City. That's a damn good vector, though. Here's the localizer. So I'd say that's a win. Yeah, the glide slope is tricky. You do have to capture it, like, right on. You can't be at a weird degree. Looks like GSX Pro has been updated to 3.43. So not so old, 3.40. Well, we'll see what they did. I might fire it up. I don't know. We'll see. I would like to get it working consistently. All right. We're coming in for that landing. Give me a second. I'm going to step away, grab some more water here. Okie dokie. GSX is trying to cope with Zobo.
Turn left, heading 295 vectors for Memphis Airport.
Turn left, heading 295, FedEx 819 Heavy.
Yeah, I'll try it. I'll try it today. I'll give it a shot. Y'all talk me into it. I'll install it, see how it is. If I crash, then I'm done again with it. The passenger sitting in the plane is kind of cool, but I also don't want to get that FPS hit. One thing cool about this CRJ is that it's very low on the VRAM. Like I'm using right now 64% of my VRAM. That's pretty good. Welcome in, Blue. Alright, just past 18. So standard pressure 2943, and in Rapid City it's 2943. So yeah, perfect. And localizer is going to be there, so we're a little off of what the local's saying. I don't know, I guess we got a little bit to go yet. The vector's pretty darn good still.
November 300 Mike Victor. Contact Denver Center
Pretty darn good.
118.475. Center on 118.475. November 300 Mike Victor.
A pilot's have to tell me 1637 for the landing, so 18 minutes. But I always take off a couple minutes from that, so I'd say about 14 or 15 minutes before we're on the ground in Rapid City. Now, I know I've landed in Rapid City before, at least once. Bare minimum once. I don't think I've ever done this flight, though. Denver to Rapid City. One thing that I'm trying to figure out with my system, this started yesterday morning, I think it was. I think my power button might be going bad.
SkyWest 5862, contact Ellsworth approach 119.5.
I think my power button might be going bad.
Contact Ellsworth approach, SkyWest 5862.
There's a CTAF here in Rapid City, so it'll be interesting to see if we get a tower or not.
5862. Good day, 1414,100.
Because like I pushed the power button, and sometimes I have to push it a couple times for it to take.
Ellsworth approach, altimeter 2943, expect radar vectors for ILS.
And this case is, what, 2 years old? Maybe?
Altimeter
Maybe 2.5.
expect radar vectors for ILS runway 32.
It's not the worst thing in the world. Although, obviously, if it goes bad, that's a problem, but...
SkyWest 5862, 31 miles from Helta, turn left, heading 335, maintain 5,000 until established. Cleared ILS runway 32.
Turn left, heading 335, 5,000 until established. Cleared ILS runway 32, SkyWest.
Okay, I would say this is a damn good vector today. Other than that weird, we had the initial 055, and then it had us go to 120. I would have liked to seen a happy medium in that, so instead of 055, go direct to like 090 or something, you know, go east. And then go back to whatever we were just on. What were we on, 3 something? So other than that kind of weird zigzag, this has been a very good, I'm very impressed, a very good update for Beyond ATC. Alright, let's go ahead and reduce our power a little bit more as we're getting close to that 10,000 mark. We gotta be under 250 knots. We're still in LIFR conditions. We're gonna hope to gosh we get glide slope here. So just bringing back that throttle so we can get our speed under control. We're getting ready to pass that 10,000, so landing lights are coming on board. 260 for speed, looking good there. Let's go ahead and get reversers armed as well, so hit that little That guy and that guy. Yeah, they're crazy good. You both made the comments on the cloud like at the exact same time. Alright, and about 250, looking pretty good there. Let's bring in the radar a little bit more. And we're still a little bit till we get to our localizer. So I'm going to wait just a little bit more. Winds aren't too bad. We got 5-knot winds coming out of the northeast. And we're broken down to, or sorry, overcast down to 200? What? That can't be right. Alright, well, this is going to be a heck of a heck of a landing. Don't expect butter on this one. We got a nice long runway. Alright, exit to the left. We're going to probably exit Bravo, but it might be Alpha 2. Might be Alpha 2. Alright, we have a localizer, so let's go ahead and go approach. We captured loc. Beautiful. Let's bring up our VS a little bit more. Fantastic. Speed's coming back, really good. Let's go and look at our landing speeds now. So we go to performance here, and then we're going to go landing speeds. That's checked. 185, 134, 141. So 185s, we're going to put in our speed. Okay, 185, beautiful. Pretty good approach. We're not going to be able to see anything. That was like a tease there, breakthrough and then not. This is scary. 7,000 feet. Airport elevations 32. So we're like 3,000, what, 3,400 above right now? And we can't see crap down there. Eek. I'm going to reduce our VS a little bit more. We don't want to come in too low. And then we're going to bring up the throttle just a little bit. $18 nautical miles out. Alright, looking pretty good. 5,000 at Hella, or Helta. Yeah, 5,000 at Helta. And then, what's that flickering? 5,000 there as well. Alright, so we're just going to maintain 5,000, looks like. So we're going to watch that we're going to watch our speed, because once we level out here, we're going to have to give it some more throttle. I'm going to bring in my range again. Let's go heading mode. Not heading mode, but heading direction 324. And then course, we have to do that manually up here, 324. Okay. Alright, passengers, please be seated for arrival. This could be pretty bumpy. We may not survive. I do hope you have life insurance. On the event of survival, we will not be giving you any money for any damages, bodily harm, or to any of our merchandise or luggage in the back. Alright, watch that speed, bring up the throttles. Alright, let's go flaps. And first notch. And flaps 1 are set, beautiful.
Contact Rapid Tower 125.85.
And flaps 8.
Contact
Bring
Tower
up that throttle.
125.85, SkyWest 5862.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little terrified right now.
Rapid Tower, SkyWest 5862,
Glide
ILS
slope
runway
will be
32.
captured once we get to this, what is that called? Valku?
SkyWest 5862, Rapid Tower, wind tree 10 at 4, runway tree 2
I use
clear
the
to
stable,
land.
I think, for FSLTL. Pretty sure I use
Runway
stable.
32 cleared to land, SkyWest 5862.
Alright, clear to land. Bring back the throttle a little bit more. We don't want to go too fast. And what was those V speeds again? 141. I like to set the bug so I have a better indication because it's so tiny down below. Alright, let's go gear down. Alright, reversers are checked. Grand. Glide slope should be coming in. Glide slope's captured. Beautiful. Bring back the throttle a little bit because we're going to pick up speed as we descend. Now this does not have auto land. And flaps coming down. Flaps 20 set, checked. 6 nautical miles out. All I want for Christmas is the clouds to go away. 6 nautical miles. Flaps 25. Or sorry, 30. Nautical miles out. Flaps full. Bring about the throttle a little bit so we don't drop out of the sky. Minimums are 3260. Landing is 32.4, so that's a 60 feet difference. Grand. Oh my gosh. This is dangerous.
1,000.
Oh god, 1,000 call out and I can't see anything. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? Alright, we got cleared to land, that's grand. We're gonna have to pretty much do auto throttle or autopilot off at that 200 marker if we do break through. Speeds are looking good. Bringing up the throttle a little bit more though.
400.
Oh god. Alright, I see ground, I see ground.
300.
300 call. Minimums. I see the runway. I see it.
200.
AP off my aircraft.
100.
Oh, thank God. It did a job. It's its job.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, man. We did it. Reversers are out. We did it, folks. Ooh, boy. And flaps are going away. Reversers are stowed. Welcome to Rapid City.
SkyWest 5862, exit left at Bravo.
Left at Bravo.
Exit left at Bravo, SkyWest 5862.
Well, moments of sheer terror with massive relief. Alright, exit here. Left. Landing lights are coming on off. Okay. Gate 6 is what we're expecting.
SkyWest 5862, contact ground 121.9er, see you.
Ground 121.9er, SkyWest 5862.
Okay. Talk about minimums, yeah, for sure. Hey, J. Russ, welcome on in. Try to use the code for the CRJ on Contrail, but it wouldn't take it. Going to have to email them. Oh, no. Well, that's why I'm using, I guess, V1. Rotate. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? Is that joke? Haha. Jay, I was talking about you earlier. I was talking about you with Delta. Well, that was a cool flight, huh? What do you say? I say it was a damn good flight. Let's go. APU coming on board. Watch our taxi speeds here. I'm not going to worry about talking to Beyondatc for the taxi because the terminal's right here, so it would have been like taxi via Alpha. I'm not going to waste my credits on that. And there's no planes here either. All right, let's get rid of Beyondatc. All right, we're going to taxi to our gate here, get our shutdown going, check out our score with a pilot's life, and then we're going to try to load into the PMDG 737. If it works, we'll do a flight. If it doesn't, we will not do a flight. It's a small-ass terminal. The one thing I wish Asoba would do is update the default terminals. Because, like, that's pretty ugly. Like, the gates are grand. Look at the gates are beautiful. The terminals look like crap. They need to get a different model for that. Okay, so aircraft. We're going to go to removed in place, removed connected, remove connected. Up on top here, we're going to see its APU is available, grand. And then we go on down below here. And we go hit this button, bring that down, hit this button, bring that down. Oh, shoot, hold on. Taxi lights are off. Whew. Oh, hopefully I hit that in time for the pilot's life. We'll get dinged a point. Alright, let's see what happened. What did we get? Good job so I don't have to. A 99. A 99 score because a stupid taxi light. I was off by a second. Alright, landing rate was a 76 though. I'll tell you what, man. That was some hell of a butter. Hell of a butter there for that landing. With the minimums at 200 and I just saw the runway. I'll take that butter, man. I will take it. Alright, well, that was the CRJ version 1. In the cloudy, foggy day of Rapid City. It's cool doing like random flights like this because you don't know what the weather's going to be like. And I would have probably done some flight I've done a billion times instead. So it was kind of cool to have this happen. Right? Alright. Let's load up. Let's load up. Attempt to load up this PMDG 737 in Flight Sim 2024 and see what happens. The flight would be Nashville to Orlando. Or sorry, to Orlando. To O'Hare. So 737. Here's the one I use. Save it. Now I deleted the woke folder, or woke, the work folder, and we're gonna go over here to Nashville. Where's Nashville? Where the hell is Nashville? It's right over here. Where else is Nashville? Oh, right down here. Nashville. We're gonna go on the runway 20C, and we're gonna hit the button. Ready? Ready? See what happens. The moment of truth. I'd like it to work. So this, if works, is a 356 nautical mile flight. Obviously, SkyWest does not fly the 737. But either way, we're doing that. The flight's supposed to be an E-Jet. It is a scheduled E-Jet 175. I also talked about purchasing a flight. I'm doing an IRL flight here in about a month. Going to visit family. And finally booked it yesterday after the stream. I'm going to be taking a 170 there and then taking a 175 back if all goes as planned. That's at least the scheduled aircraft right now. So, get some E-Jet in me. E-Jet's a fun plane. A very fun plane. Now this is a good sign. It's rebuilding the shaders, the cache, and all that jazz. It's doing this thing. So knock on wood, this is a very good sign. We just gotta patiently wait for it to do its thing. Although if this doesn't work, maybe I'll still do the flight. But I'll switch over to the 319 maybe. We'll see. We'll see. There we go. We're coming on in. Weather is substantially improved. Alright, so I'm going to wait a little bit, because another thing that I've been testing is if you are at this screen and the plane starts to move, you hear the engines spool up and line up. That's kind of when I'll jump in. That seems to also help. I may have to reset up my camera files or views as well. I can't remember if you delete the work folder, if you have to do that. It's a nice livery. I really like this livery. It's a much fatter plane than the CRJ. See, why can't we get this as a default option with views? You know, cinematic camera. It's there. Alright, let's click the button and see what happens. Hey, looks like it's working. Cool beans. And my camera views are all here. Alright, give it a couple seconds to fully load in. And let me set up my SimReef flight. Alright, 737-700. And SimReef dispatch. And economy. Alright, we're expecting runway 2 left. We're in, what, 20 center? 39,000 feet. And runway 2 left, what we're expecting. Alright, well, this is all, looks like we're still dealing with some weird delays here. Ooh, stutter should reel. Let's see if it fixes itself out here. Some weird, like... Let's see if it works. All right, APU, we're gonna turn that on. Jeez, it's really bad. I don't know if you're able to see it on stream, but it's no bueno. All right, we're gonna wait for the APU to fire up. Jeez, why is it so bad? Is it? Oh. Normally if I just click out and click back in, it figures its life out. Alright, we'll see what happens. We'll slew on over to our airport, or to our gate. Runway 2 left is our departure. Jeez, that's a hell of a taxiway. Alright, let's go into APU. Beautiful grand. Packs are going to come off. That's already off. We'll just keep the rest on there. It's fine. And then we'll go on down here. Turn off those guys. Hit that button there. And then let's slew on over, shall we? So we have to go back. Back. Not that way. Not that way. There's our terminal. They need to like have a slow down
80 knots.
for the slewing. Why is that so bad? Let me try. Hopefully this doesn't break it. Let me try should I try turn off DLS frame gen? Let's try turn off frame gen for a sec. I don't think it's a frame gen issue though. And then we'll go to settings, and then we'll bring it back on. Oops, wrong button. Frame gen, save it. Oh, maybe it was. All right, seems to be fixed. Cool. The runway is changing with those blocks out there. Okay, cool. Well, we're in the PMGG. Cool, fantastic. Let's go on down here. Let's not do that button first. We're gonna update our Navigraph data. So anytime you delete the work folder, you do have to go in here and do this again. And then I'd like to hit it twice. For reasons. All right, and it is all complete. Fantastic. We're going to go here and bring in our sim brief. So again, we're going Nashville to O'Hare, and we're going to go. Looks like the stutter's still there. Not as bad though. All right, so IRS is already aligned. That's all grand. Position, that's all grand there. Route, we can request it. Sim brief, set payload, set fuel, select route. Give it a couple seconds for load to pop up. Definitely frame gen issue. Had to happen with a Phoenix on Sunday. You're a good troubleshooter. How did you get? How did I get so good? Unfortunately, dealing with a number of issues. Thankfully, like I watch other streamers, and I'm a lurker in Discord and Reddit, hardcore lurker in both of those, and other streamers. I watched Kip stream for like a half hour yesterday, and I don't think he knew I was in there. Well, he wouldn't have because I didn't say anything. I do that a lot. 757 Spy. I'll lurk in his streams for hours and not say a word. All right, so 2 left is our expected runway. Execute. Let's go ahead and bring in Beyondatc. And then here, all right, so we're going to put in our 0 fuel weight. Go to our new flight plan. And reserves are going to be 19. Cost index is going to be 52 because Boeing's like to haul ass. Climbing up to flight level 390. Beautiful grand. Flaps are 5. CG is 5.15. And then we can get rid of this guy. 5.15. We should already have. Do we have runways already in here? Yeah, 2 left via Crusta 3, Osley. Departure arrival. We're expecting 10 center. Vex and bonnet. Execute. Legs. Good. Fantastic. Beautiful. Speeds are still good. Great. 115. Jeez. 115 on the trim. About there. Good. Great. Kip is flying 12 hours a day. Yeah, he's crazy. I don't know how he does that. I don't know how. Clearance. That's weird. Nashville clearance. Hello from SkyWest 4638. Ready for IFR clearance to Chicago.
SkyWest 4638, Nashville clearance, cleared to Chicago O'Hare. Krista Tree departure with the Olsey transition then is filed. Maintain 5000, departure frequency 118.4, squawk 4333.
All right, pushback helper tool or whatever this is called.
Cleared to Chicago O'Hare. Krista Tree departure with the Olsey transition, then as filed. Maintain
Hey, well, thanks for coming
5000.
in. Have a good day.
Departure
We'll
frequency
see you next time.
118.4.
Squeak
Squawk
plane, pushback.
4333. SkyWest 4638.
Ah, it's one of those airports that's kind of all goofed up here. All right, I see a line there.
SkyWest 4638.
See a line
readback
here
correct.
too.
Contact ground
We're gonna aim for this
121.9
one.
when ready for pushback or engine start.
Okay, we should be good. Everything else, right?
Ground
APU's
121.9 when ready
on.
for
Field
pushback or
pumps,
engine
that's all
start.
good.
SkyWest
Grand.
4638.
We'll turn that on momentarily. Okay. Nashville ground, SkyWest 4638, ready for pushback and engine start.
SkyWest 4638, Nashville ground, pushback approved, face southwest.
Southwest, beautiful, sounds about right.
Pushback approved.
Request
Face
it,
southwest.
hold
SkyWest
it, remove it.
4638.
Let's go up here, and APU bleed is on. Go to ground, go to right. Let's get these guys going as well. Strobes, wheel, grand, beautiful. Okay, just double checking up there, everything's grand. All right, waiting for the rotation of 20. There's that 20, introduce some fuel. This plane you can't do Terra because it thinks your plane is another plane. So, this is what we gotta deal with right now. But as you can tell, it works. E-Jet right in front of us there. Hey, it's an American Eagle. It's an airline I'll be flying on too. All right, sorry, not B speed, what speed? I'm gonna bring up to 210. The hell? Why did it zoom out like that? All right, heard a click. Fantastic. Engine number 1's next, and Gen 2s are on. And again, same situation. Is that really like a dip in real life? Nashville ground, SkyWest 4638, ready to taxi to the active. And rotation, good, beautiful. Flaps already set for 5.
20 center taxi via Yankee Tree, Yankee Tango 4 Sierra 7.
20 center, change our runway.
Runway 2, 0 center taxi via Yankee 3, Yankee Tango 4, Sierra 7, SkyWest 4638.
Ooh, that's like right in front of us. All right, we got a runway change, folks. Let's go to departure. Runway 20 center. Takeoff speeds are going to be adjusted, so that's fine. Crystal 3, that's all fine still, looks like. Legs. Let's go here. Ends. Reset V speeds. Good, grand. All right, I heard a click up here, so engines should be good. Go to both on that. That's off. That's on. That's on. Gen 1's on. APU is off. Flight attendants, we're getting ready for departure. Beautiful, grand. And taxi light on. Beautiful. Just a little bit of throttle. This is the Boris sound packed. Alright, taxi to 20 center via Yankee 3, which is what we're on, to Yankee Tango 4, Tango 4, Sierra 7. So, pretty much straight ahead. Pretty much straight ahead. Yeah, that's clearly a scenery issue. Clearly. Our runway is right up here. Didn't tell us to hold short. That's different. Guessing the stuttering is from beyond ATC. Or it could be the airport, I suppose, as well. Alright, just had to double check APL, make sure that's on, and that is connected, doing its job. Taxiing at 20 knots right now for ground speed, that's good. So we're on Tango 4. This is Kilo, so we're going to cross over Kilo. And then we're going to take a right at Sierra 7. Hopefully the stutters aren't the whole flight. That'd be very disappointing.
SkyWest 4638, contact Nashville Tower 118.6.
1186.
Contact Tower 118.6, SkyWest 4638.
Should we be like that Orlando pilot and try to take off on the taxiway here? Nashville Tower, good morning from SkyWest 4638, holding short 20 center, ready to go. Landing lights are on.
SkyWest 4638, Nashville Tower, wind variable, fly heading 020, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff.
20 center, clear for takeoff, heading
Fly
020.
heading 020, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff, SkyWest 4638.
So we're going to swing over to the right. Alright, line up. That stutter is really bad. Alright, bring up the throttles. Toga set, checked. And one's beautiful. And releasing the brakes. And I hope to gosh that stutter goes away. V1.
V1.
Rotating. A little bit of crosswind. Gear going up. And let's bring up that altitude. And we're going to swing over to, should we swing left or right? I didn't say which direction. We'll go left. Flaps going up.
4638, contact Nashville departure.
Contact Nashville departure, SkyWest 4638.
And further up.
Nashville departure, SkyWest 4638. Good day, 2006.
Go to anti-skid to off. And we'll go to LNAV. Go to heading select for now.
Nashville departure, radar contact, cleared direct
Whoops.
Sierra,
VNAV.
Krista Tree, climb and maintain flight level 190.
Flaps full up.
Cleared direct Sierra. Resume the Krista tree. Climb and maintain flight level 190.
190.
SkyWest 4638.
Beautiful. And we're direct to Krista 3. So we're going to go over here. We have to move over here a little bit and hit this little button. That will get the autopilot to recognize what it needs to do. We're going to go down here and we're direct here, hit that button, execute. Beautiful. LNAV is enabled as well. And I forgot to turn on the yoke cam for landing and departure. Shame on me. Alright, trimming down just a little bit. Alright, so are those in the stream? I have a question for you. Because there are a lot of streamers use music in the background. Do you like music in the background? I personally don't. I'm curious what other people think. I'd rather hear the sounds of the engine. Or if there's ATC, I'd rather have that too. Like, I'll listen to my own music sometimes when I'm flying. You gotta be careful that what music I listen to, though. It might get me excited. Then I'll start, like, trying to fly like a fighter jet. Alright. Landing lights are off. Good, grand. 39,000. Is that our expected altitude? Yeah, 39. Okay. Bring out the map a little bit. We have a disco here, but that's no problem. We'll clear that out because we should be direct anyways. 10 center, so we should get really good vectors here for the approach into Chicago. Should be pretty simple. Do you know where Aerosoft 1 downloads the CRJ2? It's updated in Microsoft Flight Sim, but it's not in the community folder. My old version is... oh, interesting. It's not in the community folder. Are you in 2020 or 2024? Oh, it's buried. Okay. It's in a folder called Aerosoft 1 library. So there's a folder in the community folder that's called Aerosoft 1. And that's where they put in... Is that where they put in all the Aerosoft stuff? Or just the CRJ? Looks like that stutter has gone away. I haven't really seen it for a little bit. What we're looking at for VRAM 76 right now. Not in community. Is it in like the flight sim folder? In the app data folder? What am I going to say? Irishman, who is in the stream often here and has given out plenty of memberships, he is getting a 5080, I think it is. Supposed to get that Thursday. Aerosoft 1 library is right off the... oh, interesting. Oh, so I wonder if they link it then. Fascinating.
Climbing 16,700.
Alright, go ahead and put in 39. Let's check our cruising altitude in here, because sometimes it does like to reset. Cruise 39, beautiful.
SkyWest 4638, Memphis Center, climb and maintain flight level tree 90.
Alright, looking really good there. And standard pressure. So, while we are climbing here, let's see what our expected arrival runway is via digital ATIS. So, O'Hare... all kinds of things going on. Expected vectors, Yankee 10 right approach, 10 right, localizer, visual 9 left, visual 10 center. We're expecting 10 center as of right now, so it looks like it should be the right runway for the arrival. We're expected to be on the ground here within the hour. Oh, getting that weird FPS hit where it drops down. I've not figured out what this is. It's ever since I got this OLED monitor, it does this every so often. Looks like it's not still there. And it's like for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and eventually just goes away. It is so sporadic and random, and it only seems to be in flight sim. Only seems to be a flight sim. So I don't know if it is a frame gen or if it's DLS issue. It's only in flight sim. Never had it in any other title. And I've played a couple other games. I know people say I don't. I've got like almost 20 hours in Shadows now, so... Alright, looks like it is fixed. Yep, fixed. I also can't get rid of that damn bell. It's my right mouse button, but there is nothing set for that. Alright, looking good. Man, the stutters are real of this plane right now. Alright, I'm going to step away for a couple more moments and a BRB. I'm back. Correction. It puts the update in user Aerosoft 1 library.
Have a good one.
Is there a link then to the community folder?
Contact Memphis Center 132.1.
Or how does Flight Sim know
Skywest
where it is?
4638.
That's where I'm very curious about. Very curious.
Memphis Center,
10-0
Skywest
left is our
4638.
expected arrival.
Through flight level 300
Oh,
for
sorry,
flight level
10-0 center.
390.
Did I say left?
Skywest 4638, Memphis Center.
Memphis Center. Alright, so landing altitude, or elevation, 680. Oops, way past it. So we'll go 650. And what else we gotta do? Well, ILS's 10895. 10895. 10895. Alright, navs are set, and then landing elevation.
Skywest 4638.
Minimum's 869. That's going to be right here. 869.
Contact Indianapolis Center 124.625. Skywest 4638.
The Airbus did something really big,
Indianapolis
and that is you
Skywest
can manually put in a
4638.
number.
Climbing flight level 319
Boeing,
for flight level
I think, did that with this
390.
777.
Skywest 4638, Indianapolis Center.
Alright, 869. All set. Climbing up to 390. Top descent is right there, so we're cruising for just a little bit here. Make our bend into southern part of Illinois. Let's see, you got all kinds of news popping up on my Discord, so let me check that right quick, see if there's anything from Aerosoft. Stream Deck desk launch. It's April Fool's, so oh my lord, that's fantastic. All right, you have to be part of the Elgato Discord, but that's kind of funny thing there. What else we got going on? Let's see. That's the default place? Okay. Alright, sorry, just catching up on a couple things. What we're looking at, almost at cruising altitude. Fantastic. The V2 is now on contrail, so that's good news for those on contrail.
Indianapolis Center, November 317 Charlie Whiskey, descending via Racer 6, flight level 274.
November 317 Charlie Whiskey, Indianapolis Center, radar contact.
Not seen anything about Marketplace yet. That's unfortunate. My FS add-on linker shows it's 2, but Aerosoft shows it 2. That's weird, yeah. I wonder... if 0.10 was the one that early access people had, and they didn't change the file name or the version number. That'd be my guess. Yeah, I'm really surprised that there was no coordination with Aerosoft and the CRJ. I mean, Microsoft and the CRJ with Aerosoft. That's crazy. Alright, looking pretty good. Top of the descent is right around here. Yeah, that's my only thought, Derby, is from my understanding, there wasn't many issues, so I was surprised they pushed it back by a week. Because I like the couple of streams I watched, some of the videos I watched, for the most part, the CRJ was, you know, the tablet was the big update to it. So unless they found some game-breaking issues with the tablet, maybe the wasn't crashers or something to do with the sim update. But from my understanding, it wasn't too terrible. Alright, we're expected to be on the ground. Well, top descent here is within the next 15 minutes, and then on the ground in about 40 minutes. Not too long of a flight. Okay, so we do need to put it in our descent information, though. So, our charts are showing...
November 317, Charlie Whiskey.
Well, here always confuses the hell out of me.
Indianapolis Center 128.3. Have a good one.
Because the charts don't show, like, altitude.
Indianapolis Center 128.3, November 317 Charlie Whiskey, see you.
Gives you courses, landing east standard, landing west at Pinky. We're landing east, so standard. We're going to maintain 5,000. Alright, so 5,000.
Sky West 4638, contact Indianapolis Center 124.775. Have a good one.
Center on 124.
I also don't like the top descent there, because that seems really close to the airport. Like, where are we now? We are...
Indianapolis
just south of
Center,
Indianapolis.
Skywest 4638, flight level 390.
And our computer's saying top descent is
Skywest
at
4638,
Beak,
Indianapolis
just
Center.
past Beak. That's not a lot to work with. I don't know about that. I guess we do have to go, you know, because we'll be going this way, but then we'll be going backtracking to the west a little bit to come on in. So that gives us an extra, what, 5 nautical miles or so. So maybe. Seems a little bit light though. And 92 wind up here. We got some weird issue with the satellite imagery here. For some reason, it does not snow, or not snow. It does not grow nicely there. Like, you look at the sim, you're like, wow, like, this is amazing. And then you slowly pan around, right? And you're like, wow, this is breathtaking. This is so realistic. The immersion factor is so high. And then, what happened? What happened? What happened? If you look at their website, their version shows 11. They forgot to update the manifest. I guarantee you're probably also yours probably also says to just an oversight. Yeah, that's my guess. It's Aerosoft. It's Aerosoft. All right, so we're going to be going pretty close into the wind when we make our turn to the left here. So we might lose a little bit of time on that. But it shouldn't be too terribly bad. Shouldn't be bad. It's been relatively quiet for the most part with flight sim news since FS weekend. The Papa 3 or PAP 3 autopilot is available, the Boeing one. So like I have the FCU for the Airbus. That's kind of cool. There's also a steering column that's available from UFK, but it's crazy expensive. It's like it's 300 shoot. What's the, how do you call European money? I don't know why I can't think of it right now. Euro, jeez. So it's like $320 US. I don't know if it has force feedback or not. Doesn't look like it.
Kronos 1029, contact Indianapolis Center 128.3.
There's a backlit.
Contact Indianapolis Center 128.3, Kronos 1029. See you.
Wow, that's just crazy. There's someone that makes it on Etsy for like 70 euros. So like 85 US. That's a reasonable number. It doesn't have the LEDs and stuff, but man. Hopefully Windwing comes out with something, because I'd like to get a steering console. That'd be cool. But I'll be damned if I'm paying 300 bucks for one. I'll be damned. I'll spend some money on like a plane, on some scenery, but when it comes to hardware, other than like the yoke rudder and throttle, that's where I get cheap. Outside of that, I'm very cheap. Alright, gonna make our turn here. Indianapolis is up on our left, somewhere yonder. We've flown into Indy many of times. That's still there, so I wonder like what's going on. Wonder why that's like that. It's sometimes like when you're in a plane, you forget how fast you're actually going, right? Like you look outside here, right, and you're like, okay, we're going really slow, but then you're actually going on the ground almost 500 miles per hour. Yeah, your car on the interstate's gonna do what, 75, 80? That's why you can get from Nashville to O'Hare in like an hour. Top of the descent is in about 10 minutes. In about 10 minutes. So let's figure out the math here, because so from Heaven to Bonnet. Let's get rid of this for a second. Alright. To Bonnet. It's 72 nautical miles. At 32. Yeah, that doesn't add up right. I think we should be descending after Bonnet. Because if you look at it here, this is a 60 nautical miles. The airport's right here, so that's 70. Yeah, that seems way too much. Let's do, let's adjust our computer here a little bit. So let's go, let's see, what do we want to do? Let's go at VEC here. Let's do 360. Alright, that pushed up our top descent a little bit. And 3.9 to 3.6. Actually, I'm gonna push it up a little bit more. Let's go 340. That should get improved it a little bit more. It's not moving it. Bonnet 3.8 or 3.9. I seem to always come in too high in Chicago. Let's change this to 3. Let's go 3.8. There we go. I like that. I like that a lot more. Alright. I think that should work. That gives us like an extra, I don't know, 20 nautical miles. Maybe not that much, 10. I feel like if we kept it the other way, we're just going to come in way too high.
SkyWest 4638, contact Indianapolis Center 120.65.
Contact Indianapolis Center 120.65, SkyWest 4638. See you.
Oh wait, this is the 60 or the 80 not. I'm so confused.
Indianapolis Center, SkyWest 4638.
So we still have about
Flight level
160 nautical
390.
miles. But this will give us at least about 80 nautical miles to get
SkyWest
to get our
4638,
descent.
Indianapolis Center.
So yeah, this should still be better. I'll accept this one. Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense because this is 73 from where we were. Yeah, I'm just an idiot. A big doofus sometimes. Let's see. So, Beyond ETC put a poll up on their Discord, and the poll is for the next feature for Beyond ETC. So we have PC DLC, GSX integration, turnarounds, divert, and a Q button. And surprisingly, GSX is dominating at 41% compared to 22% with CPDLC. I thought CPDLC would have won that one, but apparently people want GSX. So I guess that gives me another reason to jump into the GSX. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything from Asobo for CRJ, so it does seem like it's going to be a while. Okay, so they did change some of the livery information. So if you can change, you can modify a line in the model config and use your old liveries if you really want to. Garen, how do you fix the EFB in MSFS 2024? Phoenix is broken. What do you mean? The EFB, the 2024 EFB? What's broken with the Phoenix? I don't use the EFB with the Phoenix. I use the, well, I don't use the Microsoft EFB. I use the Phoenix's EFB. The Phoenix EFB, what's happening? Is it not loading? The option to import weight balance is boxed out and won't let me load. Oh, so I've had this happen before. You're using SimBrief, right? You're using the SimBrief a flight plan. Regenerate your SimBrief flight plan, and that should fix it. That's at least what's fixed it when I've had that issue. Yeah, so yeah, just regenerate the SimBrief flight, and then in the Phoenix EFB, re-import it, and that should work for you.
SkyWest 4638, Indianapolis Center. Expect VEEC 5, runway 10 center.
10 center. Expect VEEC 5, runway 10 center. SkyWest 4638. Alright, yeah, so landing got pushed back a little bit by about 5 minutes, so not too bad, but I figured that wind was going to hit it. Were you on stream when you had the issue so I could see? No, unfortunately not. I was not. But like I said, if you just regenerate your SimBrief profile first, or flight plan, so go to simbrief.com, generate it again, and then in the Phoenix EFB, just hit re-import. It should solve that issue. At least if it's the same issue I had. Because I was going crazy too. I couldn't figure out why. Like the runway was fine, the conditions were fine. I could not figure out for the life of me. But for some reason, it seems like I think it's a bug with the Phoenix in 2024, because I never had that issue in 2020. And again, the Phoenix is experimental still for 2024. Yeah, so that stutter definitely went away, so I'm guessing it was Nashville or it was the planes on the ground. And then we're going to request our top of descent here momentarily.
Center on 119.85, SkyWest 4638.
Momentarily.
Chicago Center, SkyWest 4638, flight level 390.
So at 35 is when we'll reach Nylon. So just before that, we're going to request a top descent unless it tells us to descend.
Brickyard 4622. Contact Chicago Center 135.9er.
Contact Chicago Center 135.9er.
But it probably won't, because it was expecting at Beak here. And now that I look at it, I think Beak would have been fine. I think I was seeing it too far away. Actually, I might go back and correct it. Let's go back and correct it. Let's put this in here. Those are two we changed, so we'll let it correct it, and it pushed back the top of the descent, so let's push it back. Let's see. Will the issue be resolved once the official version comes out? Probably, hopefully. Phoenix is working hard. They have a big update coming out at some point. They said in their Discord not too long ago when they announced the Neo being worked on. But they say they have a very big update coming out for the Phoenix current CEO versions. So I'm assuming the beta testers are working hard on that one, and then they'll get that launched out to the general public. So yeah, I bet you they'll lose the experimental tag then, and then it'll be you know, official version. Yeah, so once we get to Vec up here, Vec, that will give us about 80 nautical miles for our descent. That's plenty to work with at 39,000. Plenty to work with. We have our minimums already set, radials already set, elevations at 6, so yeah, we have plenty to work with here in the Chicago area. Upon landing at our runway, we're going to be exiting to the right, or sorry, left. And then we'll just snag a gate. I'm not going to do taxi instructions.
Chicago Center.
Unless it's like crazy busy in O'Hare.
Via Veek 5, flight level 200.
Envoy 3946 Chicago Center.
Does Beyond ETC have speed restrictions like traffic sequencing yet? It has speed restrictions. It will tell you to descend or to reduce speed or increase speed to whatever. So it does have it. Yep. They had a pretty big update that came out yesterday. I like how they do their thing. They always say minor. Minor update. But just to go through notes really quick here. This is for the experimental version, by the way. So it says continue to tweak the vectors, which we saw. I feel we saw that perfectly with the last flight, the CRJ, because the vector, it seemed weird. There was still one little hiccup in there that I'd like to get resolved, but overall it was very good. The heading to the localizer was damn near spot on. That was a really good vector. They fixed a vector bug that caused circular vector instructions in rapid succession. Oh, when it would tie the circle around, yeah, I've had that issue. It rewrote the comms so that it prevents the spinning or stuck state. Fixed descent too early. Fixed issues with the runway takeoff and landing distances for traffic. They added a traffic of 300 nautical miles so that you'll hear more traffic on center. Fixed a traffic bug so that controller is acknowledging traffic that hasn't been called in. Runway selection. So this is good because I've had a couple times where I've come in for landing, you know, approaches, whatever, and I'm getting the wrong runway. So it says fixed issue where runways may not update to match METAR changes on certain routes, particularly short routes with direct SIDS. So I've had that happen a couple times. And then parking, remove constraints on user park selections. It was expected in the last build, but code was not implemented. And then there's new traffic map as well.
SkyWest 4638. After Veek, cleared via Veek 5. Pilot's discretion descend and maintain flight level tree 50. Chicago O'Hare landing.
All right.
Runway 10
Pilot's
center.
descent, or
Altimeter
pilot's
tree
descent, pilot's
015.
discretion. Cool.
After Veek, cleared via Veek 5.
So
Pilot's
here's
discretion
Veek here,
descend and
then we'll make our
maintain
descent.
flight level
Had to fix the issue
350.
where ATC would
Chicago
keep changing its
O'Hare
mind
landing
on where to
runway
vector.
10
I had an issue where it would
altimeter
turn left 200,
3015,
right
SkyWest
205, left.
4638.
We just had that issue actually. Well, not that bad actually. So we had an issue. I don't know if it's an issue though. It was turn right heading 055, which we did, and then shortly after that it said 120, which I didn't think made sense, but at the same time it actually does make sense because the 055 might not have been enough of a turn to get us lined up for the vector. So it had us initially turn 055. We held that for 2 minutes or so, and then we went right again to 120, I think it was, for a few minutes, and then it got us back to 055. But it ended up being really good vectors. But yeah, I didn't get I've had the one where it's done like 200 and then 205 instantly and then back to 200. I've had those before, but not today. Knock on wood, not yet at least. How do you get beyond ATC to vector for approach step to follow the whole approach? Yeah, I think right now it will have me follow the full vector, the full approach. Once in a great while, I've had it, switch up. You can request a direct fix. So if you don't want to do the whole thing, you can try doing that and see if it helps. But it may not if there's a lot of traffic in the area. Does Beyond ATC have vectors on departure yet? Before, the only thing was fly runway heading and direct to my first fix. Yeah, it's had vectors on departure for a while. One of the first flights I did when I got back into Beyond ATC last fall, it gave me like incredible vectors. I was blown away. So yeah, it will tell you like on departure, turn heading this way, and then it will vector you to your first waypoint, or it will say, you know, depart via whatever. So yeah, I've had both happen. All right, top of the descent's coming on up. So I guess it makes sense that I switched it back because Beyond ATC saw it that way, and of course the flight plan saw it that way as well. Winds are 11 knots, so not too terrible here in the windy city. All right, beak is coming on board.
Chicago Center, American 2174, descending via ESPO 5, flight level 240.
American 2174, Chicago Center, roger.
I feel there's no comparison. That's a personal preference though, because Beyond ATC, one-time charge, obviously, yeah, you can do the premium voices like I do, but I'm willing to give them $10. It comes out to about $10 a month for me. I have not used SI in 6 months or so, and I have no interest in looking back at it. Once I got to experience traffic with Beyond ATC, I got to get the whole package. So you get incredible traffic, and you get really incredible vectors, and they just updated their whole vectors logic not too long ago, and that has made substantial improvements. And today showed me even further that they made amazing progress with that. So yeah, in my opinion, for a one-time purchase product, you can't get any better. You really can't. FS HUD is a very close second place. And I said it earlier on the stream, but like the only thing that really holds FS HUD back is the voices. Even the basic voices from FS HUD, or sorry, even the basic voices from Beyond ATC are better than FS HUDs. You know, so I think FS HUD just needs to work on those voices a bit better. And then there'd be some serious competition, man. Serious competition.
American 2279, contact Chicago approach, 119er.0. Contact Chicago approach, American 2279, see you. SkyWest 4638, Chicago Center, roger.
But honestly, like, you can't go wrong having either one of them. Having both FS HUD and Beyond ATC. You really can't. And they're both really affordable for what they offer. They're light years ahead of what the default ATC is in Flight Sim. Light years ahead. Garen, that's a hard thing to say because like we have not seen, no one's outside of their little community has seen what traffic is, and traffic is so complex. Think about this, when Beyond ATC worked on traffic, their initial traffic stuff came out, it wasn't great, and I feel that's what we're going to see with SI. I don't know if SI is going to be able to ever catch up to what Beyond ATC is doing. They've been saying for the longest time that what they're going to do with traffic is going to be whole different beast of a system. And we'll see. We'll see.
Brickyard 4622.
They claim they're going to have AI be handling all the traffic and all that jazz, and I don't know. I have doubts with a lot of it, because one is how are they going to handle all the additional voices being generated through, you know, 11 Labs, ChatGPT, whatever it be, or OpenAI. How are they going to have all that and still keep the $20 a month price tag? That seems very far-fetched to sustain that, because they dropped the price down because the cost of OpenAI dropped, right? Well, now they're adding all this additional stuff with voices and AI handling stuff. So is that price going to go up again? And people already don't want to pay $20 a month or whatever it is, you know, a year. So I don't know. I question the longevity of them, and that's, I think, one of the reasons why I am more optimistic of seeing FS HUD and Beyond ATC, because those are sustainable, especially FS HUD, super sustainable, but both of them are very sustainable, because the basic voices are just fine. With Beyond ATC, it's a one-time purchase, and obviously they need to run their servers to keep it up, but I think people buying Beyond ATC for $30 a month times the thousands of users they have, I think they've made enough money to where they can not worry too much about the outcome. Whereas SI, I would doubt they're making a profit. Highly doubt they're even close to making a profit because of the cost of AI. I know Brian has done well in his life financially, so, you know, it's probably bleeding him a bit. But, you know, we'll see. As I've learned more about AI and what it is right now, what it's capable of, the word that comes to my mind so much more is the gimmick, right? Because it's not what people really think it is. And you can have a conversation with OpenAI and pretend to be air traffic. You know, you can have it be the pilot, you be air traffic, or vice versa. And you can have damn near the same experience you can have with SI for free with ChatGPT. Now, obviously, it's not directing you within the sim itself, right? It doesn't see all the traffic and all that jazz. It doesn't know where you are exactly. But I wonder if you were to give it, like, longitude, latitude, if it could direct you. Maybe. I like the approach that Beyond ATC, that Pilot to ATC, that FS HUD have done. All of these programs actually have the vectors built in to the program itself. So it's vectoring you based on angles of your fixes and waypoints, versus waiting to see what the AI knows and thinks it should do. Probably, Derby. Probably. He goes on there from time to time. I also look at this like, okay, so SI was at FS HUD, or sorry, FS Weekend. They're also going to be at the Flight Sim Expo here in June. They're trying really hard to try to connect with flight simmers, and it's not working. And I say why it's not working because people don't want to pay the subscription for them. Like, if you look at their traffic little tracker thing, right now they have 200 and whatever people you know, in their flying right now in the sim. Okay, take that, and now right now in the world of VAT sim there are in radar over 1,000. Combine ATC and all that jazz, there's 1,700 players on VAT sim, okay, which is completely free. So they're not even remotely close to that number yet. And I know on Batson, not everyone's talking to ATC. You know, they might Unicom or something. But two, I bet you at this very moment, there were probably 800 plus people, probably 1,000 using Beyond ATC. And these are just numbers I'm making up. Numbers I'm making up. I don't have any proof on any of this stuff. But this is what I think. This based on the numbers, based on the amount of views that Beyond ATC gets. You know, they've never just disclosed how many people bought their product. But I feel like people that have been interested in ATC have bought FS HUD or Beyond ATC or both. And they're not willing to spend the monthly cost. Look at Pilot's Edge. They have like a monthly cost, right? Or yearly, whatever they charge. And look at their user base compared to VATSIM. These people aren't willing to do it. And I understand. I'm one of those people who are unwilling to pay a subscription. I know they have their free version coming out. It's open beta or some of that, whatever. I'm also not willing to give them free development by using their stuff. And I've watched some videos on it and not sold on it either. For a free product, it's fine. You know, for a free product, it's 100% fine. But I'd rather have something that's premium. And that is what Beyond ATC, that's what FS HUD offers, that's what Pilot to ATC offer. That's what VATSIM offers. VATSIM completely free, $30 for Beyond ATC, $35 for FS HUD. You know, so one-time purchases, free for life. I'm much more willing to spend my money on something like that than give someone a subscription that can go under here any day now. And then what are you going to do? You just spent $20 a month to use ATC for a year, and now you have to go buy the product anyways, Beyond ATC or FS HUD, because they went out of business. You know, it's different. It's a different concept than like Netflix, HBO, and all that jazz, right? Where at least you can watch the content and you experience that content. Yeah, sure, you're experiencing the flight sim ATC, but it's totally different because it's like 8,000. It's, I don't know. It's, for me, it feels so much different.
8,000. Sky West 4638.
Because yeah, you're getting your experience, but it's not the full package. If I get Netflix for that month, I'm experiencing that show, I'm experiencing everything about it. The visuals, the audio, the script, you know, everything about it, I'm experiencing it all. With ATC, you're just getting the voices. Right? I don't know. My opinion. That's a one-man opinion. Alright, just past 18, so standard pressure. And we'll probably get the full approach here into Chicago. So Ruta is here. And 4,000 at that altitude. Alright, I'm done with my soapbox, sorry. I told myself not to go crazy like that anymore. The past is the past. Enjoy the future. I'm a happy simmer here in Flight Sim 2024, using Beyond ATC, using the PMGG 737.
Expect radar vectors for visual approach, runway 9 left.
It's a good time to be in the sim.
Lead Bam heading 260. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 9 left. United 973 heavy.
Chicago's looking gorgeous as always, downtown Chicago. I'll be, I think right over here, next Thursday, going to see Critical Role. They'll be in Chicago. My wife's a big nerd, so we got some tickets with a whole bunch of friends, and we're going to go see Critical Role in Chicago. There's United Center where the Chicago Bulls play. I live somewhere out yonder. Well, there's a close call plane there. I used to work. Where are we at here? I used to work right over here. I used to live
Envoy 3443, Chicago approach.
somewhere over here.
Runway 10 right.
Altimeter 3015, expect the visual approach runway 10 right, envoy 3443.
Alright, this is definitely the last stream because I'm starting to get hungry now. It's time to eat. I don't like eating on stream. But hey, we're gonna get about 3 hours out of today's stream, so that's pretty good. 2 flights, 2 different planes, 2 different places, 2 different weathers. Lots of exciting stuff. So we're gonna go to Possum up here, and then Possum should direct us to Ruta. We're cleared currently to 8,000, which I think is Possum. Let's verify that real quick. Possum, that's 7,000 on here at least.
Brickyard 5596, lead BAM heading 250. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 9 or left.
Bam.
Lead BAM heading 250. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 9 or left. Brickyard 5596.
It must be coming from the north. Alright, altimeter setting 3015 in O'Hare.
United 973 heavy, turn
We're currently
left,
at
heading
3012.
150, intercept the 9 or left localizer.
Turn left, heading 150. Intercept the 9er left localizer. United 973
And almost at the 10,000 mark, so we're going to get lights on here momentarily. Awesome.
United 973 heavy,
About
descend
3
and maintain
minutes.
6,100 feet.
Alright,
Altimeter
landing lights.
3015.
Taxi lights are on. Grand.
Descend
Let's
and
check our
maintain
Bs.
6,100 feet. Altimeter
And
3015.
128, 132,
132,
125.
Brickyard 5596,
We should get our
turn
vector
left,
instructions
heading
here within the
255
next
vectors for the
few
approach.
moments.
Turn left, heading 255, Brickyard 5596.
I think this is DuPage up here. DuPage Airport. I know someone that's practicing flying out of that airport.
SkyWest
Or,
4638,
IRL.
descend, maintain 6,000.
6,000.
Descend, maintain 6,000, Sky West 4638.
Envoy 3946,
Center fuel
lead
tanks.
Possum heading 260,
Oh, yeah.
expect radar vectors for visual approach.
Good catch,
runway
thank you.
10 right.
Leave Possum heading 360, expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 10 right, envoy 39.
That's the thing when you taxi from the runway, or when you start on the runway and then you have to slew over. The plane's like set up, so you forget. You don't go through your flows.
Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 10 right.
I need to test to see if I can throw it back in cold and dark.
Leave Possum heading
So I had a custom
010.
profile
Expect radar vectors
for the
visual
plane,
approach runway 10
and then I
right.
can spawn the
American
runway,
279.
but it would spawn a runway cold and dark. Then I can slew over, and at least I can set up the things I'd like to. That got all broken with
Brickyard
whatever happened.
4622, leave Possum heading 055, expect radar vectors for visual approach.
Alright, so we're
runway
expecting
10 right.
055.
Leave Possum heading 055, expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 10 right, Brickyard 4622.
I don't see that brickyard in front of us, unless they're behind us.
SkyWest 4638, leave Possum heading 2905, expect radar vectors
guess
for
we got
visual
2905.
approach runway 10 center.
Leave Possum heading 2905. Expect radar vectors for visual approach.
Oh, so they must be coming
center,
from the
Sky
south
West
here.
4638.
Maybe they're coming from up here. Unless that's the one we just saw.
Brickyard 5596, turn left heading 150, intercept the 9er left localizer.
Turn left, heading
And we got
150,
clearance down to
intercept the 9er left
6,000.
localizer. Brickyard 5596.
I'm going to continue our descent path here.
Brickyard 4622, turn right heading 055.
There is Possum.
intercept the 10
Oh, we're getting
right
some stutters
localizer.
again.
Descend and maintain 3100, altimeter 3015.
I wonder why it does that. Is that a frame rate? I don't know if that's a frame gen issue or what's going on. Again, it's only flight sim.
Heading 055, intercept the
Well, I'm glad it's doing it
10
right now
localizer.
versus on landing.
Descend and maintain 3,100. Altimeter tree
Let's
015.
keep it at
Brickyard
6,000, I
4622.
guess.
Brickyard 4622.
So that's the second time it's happened on this flight.
Report the field in sight.
Field in sight.
I also had the weird NVIDIA issue where the system just goes into a reboot mode. Like I launched up the sim for the stream, launched it up, and it just rebooted. And it's done that with Assassin's Creed twice on me now.
Brickyard 4622. Contact O'Hare Tower 133.0.
So, I don't know, driver maybe?
Over to Tower 133.0, Brickyard 4622. Have a good day.
Altimeter 3010.
Delta 2537.
We should get
Contact
vectors to the
O'Hare
runway
Tower
momentarily.
2815.
Contact Tower 2815, Delta 2537. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
United 973 Heavy, airport is at your 12 o'clock, 14 miles. Report the field in sight.
Field in sight. United 973 Heavy.
United 973 Heavy cleared visual approach.
Why did you
Runway
turn
niner
to
left.
295? HTD. Yeah, it said 295.
Cleared visual
It said
approach
lead
niner
possum
left.
heading 295. Expect radar vectors
973
for the
Heavy.
visual.
SkyWest 4638, turn right, heading 035. Intercept the 10 center localizer. Vectors for the approach.
All right.
Turn right, heading 035.
Intersect the
Intercept
localizer.
10 center localizer.
And
Skywest
localizer's captured.
4638.
Yeah, it gave me that call a while back ago. All right, we're on the localizer. Coming on in. I'd say that's a success.
United 973 Heavy, contact O'Hare Tower 128.15.
All right, landing runway
Contact
10
Tower
center.
128.15.
Heading
United
9-3.
Have a good day.
So have that set for heading mode. And we are still only cleared for 5,000, or sorry, 6,000. Which is pretty good.
Brickyard 5596, airport is at your 12 o'clock, 15
All right,
miles.
we see the
Report
airport
field
in
sight.
sight there.
We have the field.
Again,
Brickyard
exit to the left, and we
5596.
won't do taxi instructions on the ground.
Brickyard
We'll just taxi ourselves.
5596, cleared visual approach, runway 9 left.
Cleared visual approach 9 left. Brickyard 5596.
All right, winds are 20 right now, so it's getting a little windier here in the Chicago area. It's supposed to like storm nastiness tomorrow. But every time the weather, people say that, it never happens. I wish they'd expand the photogrammetry in this area.
Chicago approach. Korean 037 Heavy. 1,200 feet. We have Romeo on board.
One thing SI does in its videos complain about other ATC programs like
Korean
Beyondatc.
037 Heavy, Chicago approach, altimeter tree
Yeah,
015, expect the visual approach, runway 9 left.
I honestly think they're worried.
Altimeter
They should be.
3015. Expect the visual approach
Competition
runway
is good.
9 left. Korean
Competition is
037
really, really
Heavy.
good. I think it's a great thing to have, and you need to embrace, learn,
Brickyard
and do better than your
5596,
competition.
Contact O'Hare Tower 128.15, see you.
All right, localizers captured, glide slopes captured.
Over to tower
And,
128.15.
I feel they
Brickyard
don't-
5596.
I feel they overestimated their abilities, or maybe they overestimated subscriptions, or I don't know. Either way, I feel like they're jealous of Beyond ATC, and instead of embracing the community, embracing what Beyondatc has done with Flight Sim and how it's helped more people get over to VATSIM or just learn ATC. They've just targeted them as public enemy number 1. And then they made these little corny little videos of the cake being sent to them and all that jazz, which apparently sounds like it was them probably doing it on the inside, which is crazy. Send yourself a cake to try to get... I don't know who they think flight simmers are.
SkyWest 4638, airport is at your 12 o'clock, 15 miles. Report the field in sight.
We have the field in sight, SkyWest 4638. I've had many successful flights with SI, but I've also had to send them support tickets every day, but they fix every issue. Yeah, I know, they're good with fixing the issues. Like, they have there are some people on that team, most people on that team are really, really good people. I just have some issues with the main dude. I don't like his attitude towards the community. I don't like his tactics he likes to take. We need to all just get along here in the sim world. It's not many of us. Laps 5. We are 9 nautical miles out. Gear coming down. Speed down to 140.
SkyWest 4638.
On landing, exit to the left, and then we're just going to taxi your own way.
SkyWest 4638. Visual runway 10 center.
What I like about Beyondatc's approach with issues is that they package it all together. Clear to land. Like whenever there's an update, it's from all of the issues that people have had, you know, that people have reported on, and they package it all together so you get one huge successful update. And a lot of theirs are minor issues. Alright, flaps are 15, flaps are 25. And landing flaps are going to be 30. 6 nautical miles out. We're going to get the plane stabilized, and then we will go ahead and turn off AP. Alright, pilot has the aircraft. Don't panic. We may successfully land. Yeah, see, the thing with them is that it's all server-based for them. It's all AI server-based stuff, so it's easier to do that versus, you know, imagine Beyondatc updating their clients every single little tiny patch. And that's what I like about Flight Sim, is that in theory they could update things to the cloud as well. They're also smart and they package things together. Yep, this is Sim Update 2 Beta. Welcome in, King Bob. Good time to come on in. On approach here into O'Hare. Using the PMDG 737 in Flight Sim 2024, Sim Update Beta 2. Beyondatc. And the pilot's life. A little high on the approach. Drop our nose down a little bit. Oh, yeah. Let me get on. Is it working? Ah, it's not working. Alright. Do I have seconds to fix this or not? Trying, guys. I'm trying. Sorry. No. Alright. Yo, camps. Not working. Sorry. Uh-oh. Trying to fix things on stream while on approach is a bad idea. Alright, let's get back on course. No, it's not in the marketplace. No, you do have to copy it over from your community folder. And you do have to start spawn on the runway for it to work. But, show today, it works. It has some issues, but it is very much flyable. Once you spawn on the runway, you can slew over to wherever you want to go.
Minimums.
Minimum's landing. Slight coffee break there. Back on track though. Never to fear. FedEx on the right of us there. At least where they park.
50, 30, 20, 10.
Touchdown. Reversers are out. Welcome to the Windy City. I think this is the default Asobo, I think, that I have here. Reversers are stowed, flaps are coming up.
Skywest 4638,
Welcome in, Paul.
exit next available taxiway.
Alright,
Exit next available taxiway.
landing lights are
Skywest
off. That was a pretty good landing.
4638.
I'm kind of proud of myself on that one. Alright, like I said, we're just going to taxi ourselves. Slow down so we don't get hit with the
Skywest 4638,
overspeed.
contact ground 121.75.
So we see an American out
Ground
here in the
12,
distance.
1.75,
We're in a
Skywest
Delta livery. I don't know where
4638.
Delta parks here, O'Hare. There's an American there. Now, whatever reason, they introduced some bug with stuff just popping up on the runway. Or the taxiway in the runways at airports now. I don't see anyone there, so I'm going to go ahead and cross. I don't like using taxi instructions at O'Hare because it's just a mess. Not beyond ATC's fault. It's the charts are wrong with Navigraph, the airport's wrong. It's just disaster.
American 2279, cross runway 10 left at Echo Echo. Continue taxi via Echo Echo, Victor Bravo, Alpha 17.
Well, that's fun. 3 hours worth of simming today.
Cross runway 10
What numbers
left
do you
at Echo
have your
Echo.
traffic ejection? I
Continue
have
taxi via Echo
4
Echo, Victor Bravo, Alpha
for
17, American 2279.
gates or parking and departures, and 4s for arrivals, I think, as well. And the other 2 are 5. Because PMG 737 doesn't currently work. Yeah, on the runway, ready to go takeoff. Yep, exactly. Yep, just like King Bob said. SI doesn't use data from the sim. It sure does. Well, it uses Sim Connect. But yeah, it's using its taxi instructions, or taxi stuff from the community. We will park, we'll go around here. But it has to use Sim Connect. Like all things use Sim Connect or FS UIPC. Has to connect to the sim somehow. But yeah, for taxi instructions, it gets it from the community. Which is still wrong because there's no correct Chicago yet for Flight Sim 2020 or 2024. The Asobo one's wrong, and the whatever the other one is wrong. Which I'm actually, now I think about it, I think I have the other one. Again, I don't know where Delta parks, so I'm just gonna park here on the right. Taxi lights off so I don't get dinged on that. Alright, I call that very successful. 2 planes that are not 2024 fully compatible, but yet flawlessly worked. Flawlessly worked. Okay, so FS actions, ground, and then we're going to go chocks, request, and then we're going to switch this to jetway, and then go jetway, and that's connecting. Go up here, ground power on, packs are going to come off, and then go on down here, and engines off. And welcome to O'Hare. What's my, see what my VRAM is, 87. Not bad. All right, let's go ahead and kill off Beyond ATC. Thank you. Great ATC-ing today. Flight submitted. Let's see what we got from a pilot's life. Next flight is a short little hop, which I'm not doing on stream here. We got 99 again? What the hell? Landing lights. Oh, I missed the landing lights just by like 100 feet. So 288 on the landing, a little bit on the harder side. Landing force 1.2, so that's a little high too, but I'd say it works. So let's check this out now real quick. So we have no traffic, no Beyond ATC. What's my VRAM now? 86. So doesn't change really. 85, so maybe 1 or 2%. But as always, thanks everyone for coming in today's stream. A lot of fun, really cool flight. CRJ is a lot of fun. Can't wait for V2 to come to the marketplace. I can use that official version. The PMTG 737 is always a blast to fly. I will have to test to see if I have to delete the work folder every single time or not. Looks like with the CRJ I do not need to, but I will check out that. Next stream, maybe Thursday or Friday this week. Maybe not at all, honestly, because I'm doing a podcast recording tomorrow, so I want to save my voice a little bit for that. So probably next stream next Monday or Tuesday, or both days. But as always, we'll see you there. More content coming up on the channel here. Got a couple of videos in the pipeline. Have an idea that I'm going to work on for something else. And we'll see what happens. As always, again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care.